Okay, we are live. Okay, today we're gonna talk about chapter 7 and chapter 8. 今天我们会讲章子7跟8 ，OK？Chapter 7 is escrow and title insurance。OK，章子7我们会讲中间交易公司跟产权保险。And chapter 8 we're gonna talk about real estate finance. Okay, it's a long chapter. We'll try to finish it today. OK，章子8的话就是房地产贷款，这个章子比较长一点我们今天可能完成不了 ，OK， 只是看看 ，OK。好，我们开始章子7 ，OK， escrow and title。Alright, escrow in general，这个就是第三节，这是中间交易公司了 ，OK。So what is an escrow? Escrow is created when a separate written agreement instructs a third neutral party. Okay, so it's a third neutral party. Let me change the color. Okay, it's a third party that holds funds and only proceed when all agreed conditions have been performed. Okay, 它 escrow 这个单词就是中间交易公司，他们呢是第三者 ，OK， 他们管理所有的钱跟文章 ，OK， 跟那个条件等等符合这所有的条件的话，他就交易了 ，OK。So what is highly recommended and what is required by law? Okay, let's talk about required by law. 它有两种，就是你最好是用 escrow 呢来操作什么交易 ，OK？ 有一些呢就是法律上面规定你必须要用这个 escrow 来交易的。Number one, liquor license transfer 转让这个酒牌必须要通过 escrow。security sale, OK, income accounts， 这个买房地产债券的 ，OK， 股票债券等等 ，OK， 也是通过 escrow。Court order transfers, OK, like probates, OK， 通过法庭的判断的 ，OK， 审判就是买卖 ，OK， 这个是房主死了 ，OK， 他有审判他的个遗嘱等等 ，OK， 这个有通过这个 escrow。Highly recommended the sales of the real property， OK， 买卖房子loans 贷款 ，OK，and exchanges 交换 ，OK，100就是1031的 exchange，OK， 交换房子。Okay, so what is a valid escrow? Okay, a signed escrow instruction. So it's a binding contract between the buyer and the seller. So the signed escrow instruction is basically a copy, okay, or it mirrors, okay, the actual contract, the RPA contract. 它也有一份文件叫 escrow instruction， OK， 它这是跟你买卖协议一模一样的 ，OK， 但是 OK 它简单抽出来它该需要做什么东西，所以呢它这是浓缩的一个协议，它有操作 ，OK。Neutral third party 它是第三者，它不偏哪一边的 ，OK，and is a dual agent of buyer and seller，OK， 它代表两方，它这是中间人 ，OK，conditional delivery of funds and document， 它就是管理什么东西呢？钱这方面，加上了纸张这方面。 So when all of the conditions in the escrows are met, okay, then they close the transaction. 所有条件符合的话，加上钱到位的话，它就是经营这个买卖了 ，OK。Remember that escrow instructions are confidential, okay, between buyer, seller, and the agents, so 4 parties, okay. 这个协议呢也是保密的 ，OK， 只有四方可以看 ，OK， 买主卖主两方的 agent, okay. An escrow agent must be strictly impartial, 他they don't side with anybody, okay. 他不帮哪一边的 ，OK， 他就是平衡的 ，OK。And may not give advice to either party， OK， 他们不可以教他们怎么去操作公司的 ，OK。Escrow officer not licensed by state but an employee of the licensed escrow company。操作人呢，在 escrow 里面呢，他名称叫 escrow officer，OK， 他的 license，不是州政府给他的 ，OK， 他就是跟那个 escrow 公司打工的 ，OK。Escrow officer can also be a corporation, attorney, or real estate broker。谁可以做这些动作呢？这是公司 ，OK， 律师还是房产经纪人 ？Duties of a escrow company, okay, delivery of all funds when the conditions of escrow have been met, okay， 这是有条件的 ，OK， 所有的条件符合的话，它就是过户了 ，OK。Confidentiality， OK， 它有保密。And is a deposit holder， OK， 他管住这个钱，所有的钱都是他通过他的手里去管的。And they control all of the funds via escrow, okay? And they have to keep, they cannot, tell the world. It's not public information, okay? They have to keep this transaction, the details of the transaction confidential. And of course, conditional, okay? So the sequence of events, right? 这个时间段是这样子的 ，okay? They have to order the preliminary title report, okay, to see if they, the house owe anything else, okay. Lender's demand, okay, how much is owed by the seller and have to be paid off. 第一呢，他有给他的产权报告，初级产权报告，看那个房子签什么东西税这个贷款等等 ，OK。第二呢，就是看屋主这个 loan， OK， 他的贷款多少钱去付清 ，OK。第三 ，request of a new loan document， OK， this is for the buyer， OK， buyer have to get a new loan， OK。escrow 还是做买主的贷款 ，OK， 他有帮他们签的是 paperwork 的 ，OK， 他不是操作，他就是拿到这个文件之后，他有公证去签 ，OK。So completion of condition and deposit of funds. So they make sure all the conditions are met, okay, and all the funds is okay. 他就是观察这个条件 ，OK， 加上了钱的方面，他管住。Adjustment and proration， OK， 分配 ，OK， 这个钱 ，OK， 不是当天，一个是它是18号还是25号 close，right？ 它有分配 ，OK， 谁得到什么钱right？ 租金税等等 ，OK， 有分配。Number 6, transfer of existing fire policy or creation of new one， OK， 这个火险。继续呢还是用新的 ，OK， 很多人都是用新的。Most people they use the new one nowadays, okay. Recording the deed, closing day, and issuing of the title insurance policy. 他有登记 这个反产证跟呢这个产权保险它有发出去，disbursement of fund，所有的钱它有分配出去，给买主啊、卖主啊，买主就是他多付的钱还给他，佣金啊，两方的佣金税啊等等。Escrow statement sent to each party, to the buyer and to the seller, 买卖方有他们的清单，他有处理。Okay, so let's talk about North versus South, there's a little bit of difference between Northern California and Southern California. 北加州跟南加州做这个 escrow 不太一样，我们看看它的差别在哪里。When an escrow instruction deliver， 它怎么去叫做这个 escrow instruction 呢？ In Southern California, the bilateral escrow instruction are signed by both buyer and seller just after the start of the escrow. 南加州一开始就又签这个escrow 的协议了Northern California, unilateral escrow instruction are given to the escrow officer just before the close of escrow. 北加州的话就是单方的这个 instruction，就是快结束的时候了，他就给这个escrow officer，因为他可能中途改变等等他不用改来改去在最后综合这个怎么去操作，他就用这个文章所以北加州是这样去做。So Northern California they do at the close of escrow, they don't want to do all the amendment in between, right? They just do a final version at the end, so that's what the Northern California escrow does, Who performs escrow services? Escrow services in Southern California are independent escrow companies, corporation, financial institutions, lawyers, and brokers, 南加州呢就比较广了这是 escrow 公司啊银行啊这个律师啊跟这个经纪人都可以做Escrow services in Northern California are traditionally performed by title insurance companies, so 北加州呢就是产权保险公司来操作Who pays the escrow fee? Southern California usually split 50-50. 南加州呢就是一人一半Escrow services in Northern California are usually paid by the buyer. 北加州的话，买主付全部的钱。So who traditionally pay for the title insurance fee? 谁付这个产权保险呢？Customary in Southern California, the seller pays for the California. 这是卖主，南加州是卖主去付这个产权保险给买主But in Northern California, buyer pays for the policy. 北加州的话，买主也是由自己去买这个产权保险给自己In both the North and Southern California, the buyer pay for any coverage above the CLTA. 多出来的比较好的保险的话不管北加州南加州，就是由买主去多出这个钱就是多买这个保险Alright, real estate broker can conduct escrows. I did it a couple of times, and it's an all cash deal, and it's a nightmare. Very time consuming. Time consuming. 我以前就做过 ，OK，两三单的这个交易 ，OK，全部 all cash，它没有弄在里面 ，OK，很费时间的 ，OK，所以我做完了两个都不做了，OK，交给其他 professional，OK，去做。这个他的动作很琐碎的，OK，支票都开了十几张，OK 出去。Broker can handle escrow for a fee only if the broker acting as a real estate agent or principal in that transaction. OK，然后自己做自己的案子 ，OK，自己公司的案子 only，OK，只有做 ，OK，你不可以做别人的案子 ，OK，如果你是 broker 的话 ，OK。How escrow works？OK，它怎么去操作呢？ All time frames for escrow commence from time the contract becomes binding. Okay, so it starts when the contract starts. 这什么时候开始呢？这是你协议有效的时候，它已经开始了。Okay, the purchase agreement typically has a provision for escrow to acknowledge receipt of this document. Okay, so on the RPA, okay, page 10 is the escrow receipt. Okay, they have a receipt in there that they sign. Okay, we got it. And who is doing the escrow? Okay. 这个协议第10页 ，OK， 它有个收条 ，OK， 这个 escrow 就在这边收签 ，OK， 是我现在就做这个这个协议的操作。Escrow is completed when what? Okay, all conditions of the escrow have been met. 它怎么去结束了这个 escrow？OK， 所有条件符合。OK， all conditions of party have been met. OK， 两方做事有完成。OK， the parties have received accounting of the procedure. OK， 所有的钱也到位。OK。Okay, who selects the escrow company? It is negotiated between buyer and seller, but typically seller rules. Okay, they usually pick their own escrow and title company. OK， 那谁选那个 escrow 公司呢 ？OK， 买主还是卖主 ？OK， 他们可以讨价还价 ，OK， 但是大部分呢，卖房的人 ，OK， 卖主去挑选 ，OK。Three ways to terminate an escrow， 3种方式去结束一个 escrow。Complete escrow，OK， 这是完成了，交易完了。Or mutual agreement between party A and party B. Okay, they both agree. Okay, or court action called an interpleader. Okay， 就是如果他有纠纷的话，就是等待这个法庭的判断。这个 escrow 呢就会操作一个 interpleader. Okay, they will put on the shelf. Okay, waiting for the court action. Okay, so this vocabulary you have to know. OK， 这个单词你要知道叫 interpleader。OK， 这个 escrow 公司停掉了。OK， 它等待法庭的判断。OK， 这个呢两方同意了 ，A 跟 B 同意就 OK 了，结束了。OK， 还是它真的交易完就结束了。OK。Alright, escrow instructions. Okay, so it's a set of instruction that mirrors what needs to be done in a contract. Okay, formal, right? Instruction which are drawn from the information contained in the original agreement, signed purchase agreement. Okay, like what? We close escrow in 30 days, right? Price, 800,000, right? And who does termite, right? Etc. Okay, all the terms in there. Okay. OK，escrow instruction 这是它的 escrow 协议了 ，OK， 就是跟着它买卖协议来操作出来的。OK， 比如说30天去交易这个买卖，价位是80万 ，OK， 谁去做白蚂蚁等等 ，OK。OK，financing is an important aspect of escrow。OK， 贷款的话也是它管住的。OK，pay off demand statement，a formal demand statement from the lender that details the amount owed。屋主他的贷款，OK， 要付清，还有要求一个 pay off statement。Beneficiary statement, a demand statement by lender that provide information such as unpaid balances, monthly payment and interest rate。OK， 然后它就是有银行的清单。OK，看看这个贷款到底什么内容，它就可以算出来这个数字。OK。Alright, next escrow example. OK， 给你一个例子。OK，Bob the buyer and Bonnie the buyer, seller, Sam the seller and Susie the seller。OK， 他们两方，一个卖方，一个买方，这个买方，这个卖方。OK。Sell price, right？ 卖价39万五 ，OK， $395,000。First trust deed， OK， 第一个贷款是31万6 ，$316,000 for the first loan。Down payment $89,000， OK， 首付是8万9。Real estate realtor， OK，this is commission， 这个是佣金。Existing lien, this is what? The sellers, right? 卖主的贷款多少？24万8 ，OK。Street assessment bond， OK， 多这个是税了 ，OK， 这是修街道这个税 ，OK。And CLTA title policy paid by seller，OK。这个是屋主，这个卖主去付这个产权保险 ，OK， 所以这个交易呢，这是在南加州 ，OK， 因为 seller pay，OK，Day of closing June 1st, 2020，OK， 什么时候结束？这是6月1号2020年 ，OK。So you could have something like this. This is seller final statement. OK， 这个是卖主这个清单了。OK， 他的 credit how much money that he will get. OK, or she gets. OK, $395,000. Okay, proration they overpay the tax. The buyer pay them back $300. Okay, and everything else is debited. Okay, they have to pay back the whole loan. Right, the special tax, right, reconveyance fee, right, pest control, they did the termite, okay， 白蚂蚁他做了 ，OK， 还他以前的贷款 ，OK， 24万8等等 ，commission， right， 佣金他也付了，title premium， right， 这个产权保险费用 ，OK，and escrow fee，OK， 这是 escrow 的费用 ，OK， 等等。所以呢，屋主就拿到7万7。The seller will get back $117,000 minus all these fees. Okay, out of the $395,000. Alright, this is the buyer's settlement statement. OK， 这个是买主的清单。OK， 他买这个房子39万5 ，OK， 他放还进去 ，OK， 多少钱？他的总共 ，OK， 就初期定金5000块 ，right， 然后呢首付 再加81000，然后他做第一贷款是316000，哎，其他东西他要付屋主这个税的 taxes overpaid by the seller, so they're paying it back, okay. So basically, they're buying the house for 395, okay, 5,000 for initial deposit, 84 for the balance of the down payment, and 316 for the loan, okay, money from the bank. Other disbursement, um, house insurance, okay, inspection, title policy premium. They have to buy this to the bank, okay. The bank also needs title insurance from the buyer, okay. Recording deed, okay. Escrow title, okay. They charge the same. And first deed, okay. This is how much they pay to do the loan, okay. Close to $5,000, okay. So it cost them, and then they got a refund. They overpay, okay. So 405. So it cost them 10 grand, right? To do the loan and also for paying the fees. Okay. Seller, it's just maybe like $3,000. Okay. Other than commission and all the other stuff. Okay. All right. Closing date is the date of recordation. Okay, meaning that they go to county and they record the grand deed. Okay. 他去 county 这边记录他的个产权，就是结束这一天。OK。Closing is the process of signing and transfer document and distribution of funds. OK， 它结束一个交易就是这样子。OK， 转让 title，OK， 转让这个产权，所有的 document 有签好，然后所有的钱要到位。OK。Alright, proration. Let's talk about proration. 怎么去分配？分配什么东西 ？Okay. Alright, it's the process of proportionally dividing the expenses income to the precise dates that the escrow closes or any other date previously agreed upon. Okay. So today is what, July 25th, right? If you close today, right? 25th is still seller's possession. Okay, anything after that, okay, that's the buyer. Okay, so July go to 31st, right? So the 26th to the 30th, that's the buyer responsibility. Okay, the 1st, okay, to the 25th is the seller's responsibility. OK， 如果今天结束的话 ，right， 25号 ，right， 今天还是屋主的 ，OK， 所以26号到31号是买主去负责 ，OK， 1号到25号的话是属于卖主的 ，OK。So if you have $1,000, no, 30, let's say $31,000, right? It's easy to count. Okay, how do you prorate it, right? Proration. Well, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31st, right? 6 days, right? So get 6,000. Okay, so the seller will get, you know, the balance of that, right? Minus 6, so it's 15, right? 15,000. More than that. 25. Okay, 25K. And 6 is 31K. Okay, so that's how they prorate it. OK， 它这样子的话 ，OK，26号到31号是6天嘛，因为它 escrow 要分配31000的话，他就拿6000块了，就只有6天 ，OK。然后呢，屋主呢他就拿25000了 ，OK，就是25天。如果他要分配3万1的话，OK。Alright, 30 days is the basis for proration. Okay, only in math. Okay，做题的时候呢，就用30天来算了。Okay， property taxes. Now remember, property taxes it starts at July 1st. That's the fiscal year. Okay， 你们要记住 ，OK， 房地产税的话，它是7月1号开始的。OK， Fire insurance 火险，这是房屋保险，利息 ，OK， and rent 租金。Okay, property taxes, fire insurance or hazard insurance, interest, and rents, they have to prorate. Okay. And they report all of this to the IRS. Okay. 这个 Escrow 公司会报上去这个联邦政府税局了。OK， 他该付税就付税。OK。Termites and other problems. OK， 白蚂蚁跟其他的问题。Okay, structural pest certification report. This is how the termite company works. Okay, they charge you $85 for the termite report. If you do termite work, then it's free. Okay, that's how that works. Okay, 白蚂蚁公司的话，他会 charge 你85块去检查房子。如果你跟他做这个修理啊等等的话，它是免的这个85块。Alright, so it may be a condition of the escrow. Okay, 大部分房子都是要做白蚂蚁的了。OK， 因为白蚂蚁很多的。OK， FHA and VA loan requires a pest control report, right？ 因为你做政府担保这些贷款的话 ，FHA 跟 VA loan 的话，必须要有一个白蚂蚁的报告。Local custom usually decide who pays, and the financial institution or the agency will decide which one of the party pays. Okay, so typically, the seller will pay for it, unless they're at a good price and they say you pay for it, right? Okay, because they're selling the house, they want to make sure there's no termites. 大部分的话，这个卖主去做这个白蚂蚁了。OK， 他最好的话给人家房子没有白蚂蚁的嘛。OK， 所以但是不一定。OK， 他可能价钱非常好，非常低，他就讲，我这个推买不错，你买我的房子你去做。OK。Broker maintains pest control documents for how long? 3 years. OK， 我们把这个白蚂蚁的报告要 keep 住3年。OK， Alright, fire insurance. 火险。It protects your house due to loss to fire. OK， 火烧了，你的这个保险公司可以赔偿。OK， 因为 your typical house is $500,000. Okay, you pay per year maybe $1,000 per year to cover. Okay. All lending institutions require coverage up to the amount of their loan. OK， 银行规定 ，OK， 你买火险要盖住他们那个贷款额度。OK， should cover full replacement value of the structure, not necessary to insure the land. 地皮不需要 保单了 ，OK， 因为地就是地，你烧不烂的 ，OK， 所以呢，它就是要full replacement， 就是重新帮你可以盖一栋房子 ，OK。Extended coverage endorsement ensure all that items in next two pages。那个多一些的东西也可以 cover。But the basic is fire and lightning。OK， 火烧跟闪电，为什么闪电 ？Why you say lightning? Typically, if you have a chimney, okay, when lightning strikes, okay, it goes down to your chimney and go into your fireplace and go to your curtains and they catch on fire. Okay， 闪电它通过你的烟囱 ，OK， 因为它是这种碳嘛，而且它全电的。到你这个壁炉闪到你旁边的窗帘，哎，就着火了，okay， 所以呢，它 cover lightning and fire. That's why sometimes you see a lightning arrestor on top of the chimney. Okay, the wire goes down to the ground. Okay, to avoid this happening. 有时候你看到烟囱，它有个铁管在上面了 ，OK， 这个就是传这个闪电到地下了 ，OK， 就不用通过你这个烟囱。Alright, other things that you could cover, extended coverage, OK, windstorm, OK， 其他的你可以加上去，就是刮风了 ，OK， 暴风 ，explosion 爆炸 ，hail 冰雹 ，aircraft 飞机，smoke 烟 ，riot 暴动 ，OK， vehicle not attributed to strike or civil commotion， OK， 有时候它包你的车子的 ，OK。Okay, fire insurance proration，OK， 也是分配了 ，OK， 这个钱买主跟卖主 ，OK， 如果他用他旧的，就有分配。Fire insurance is often part of the homeowner's insurance policy and is prorated in escrow if they use the old one。如果他用旧的话，都有分配了 ，OK。Okay, co-insurance clause。Okay, insurance company don't cover 100%, they usually do 80%. Okay， 房屋保险的话，它不赔偿100%的 ，OK， 它就赔你80%。So here's an example, okay. So let's say your actual improvement is 200,000, right? What is actually they pay for, okay? 80% co-insurance, they only cover 80%, so they only cover up to this maximum. Okay， 它最多是该住16万，它不是 no 100% coverage. Okay， so they lop off 20% there already, right? Amount of fire insurance carry face amount on your policy. Okay， 因为它也是只有拿12万 ，Okay， so 12万跟16万 is what that's 75%, okay, of the max. Okay, so if you actually lost 80,000, okay, they only pay 75% of the actual loss. Okay, so they pay you 60,000. 80 times 0.75, they pay you 60. And you have to come up with 20,000. Okay, 所以呢，如果你的房子值20万的话，它不包20万的，它包 80%。80% 呢，它给你保险，就是给你3/4的保险 ，OK， 只有12万。如果你真的有这个损失8万块损失，你去拿到这个3/4，只有6万块，其他2万块你有补贴上去 ，OK。 So if you look at it, right, 0.8 times 0.75, oops, 0.8 times 0.75, okay, 0.8 times 0.75. They only cover 60% of this, okay? So not much, but enough to help you defray the cost, okay? If you cover 100%, right, it wouldn't be that cheap, okay? It will be twice as much, if not more, okay? 所以呢，它保你60%，OK？一个不是的话是蛮贵的，OK？它可能是2倍的保单费不止了，OK？Alright, title insurance， 产权保险。Okay, it is designed to protect the owner against losses result from imperfection in title. 这是关于产权的方面，它保护你。Chain of title is called the history of title. Okay, 这个产权的历史叫 chain of title， 一连串的。Okay, so it's a record ownership history of a specific property. Title plan is a database. Okay, the compile information on chain of titles for specific property gathered by title insurance company and stored in computers. Okay. 所以呢，每一栋房子 ，OK， 它有这个历史 ，OK， 所以所有的房子它是在 database 里面，在电脑里面 ，OK。Alright, title insurance has 4 functions， 它有4个功能 ，OK。search for record， 它可以帮你找 ，OK， 就是资料 ，OK。examine off record risk，OK， 没有登记的东西，它可以帮你去看。interpret legality of the record， 有没有诈骗行为 ，right？ 有没有冒充的产权啊等等 ，OK？insure against economic loss， 因为他真的会的话，他是帮你赔偿 ，OK？ Alright, preliminary title report. Whenever we do a loan or buy a house, this is the first thing that we do. Okay, order the report. So it shows condition of the title before sale or loan or transaction. Okay, 交易买卖做贷款等等 Okay. Alright, types of title insurance policy. CLTA, California Land Title Association. This is a standard coverage， 这是基本的保单，这是 California Land Title Association。Okay, so it insure against all items of record。有登记下来的话，它就保住。Okay， 没有登记它不保。Okay, other stuff they care that they cover forgery。Okay， 这是假的东西，它可以担保。Okay。Act of minors and incompetent， 因为他不够年龄了，还是脑子不清的，这个也是保护你 ，OK。Act of an agent whose authority has terminated，OK， 其他人他没有权利做事的，他也是帮你做了，这个也是保。Invalid delivery，OK， 没有送好这个文章的 ，OK 有保住 ，OK。Unrecorded federal estate tax lien， 没有记录到的联邦政府的税 ，OK， 没有记录 ，OK， 有记录的话它是有效了 ，OK。undisclosed rights of husband and wife，OK， 夫妻两个这个权利 ，OK， 没有告诉别人 ，OK。expenses incurred in defending title，OK， 一个打官司的话，那个打官司的费用他们包了 ，OK。 So CLAT does not insure against what? OK， 他们不保这个上面的 easement， 这是让路 ，OK，not shown on public record，OK， 让路没有记录下来的让路 ，OK，rights or claims of person physical possession of the land，OK， 其他人有这个权利在地皮上面的 ，OK，unrecorded claim not in public record。这个没有登记下来的话，它不保。Mining claims, water rights, government action, zoning ordinance。这个地区这方面的话，它也不保，因为城市它随时换那个地区嘛它不可能去保。So even for the advance, right? Even for the more you pay more, zoning is always excluded. Okay, remember that. Okay. 地区这方面的话，没有产权保险会保的 ，OK， 这个要记住，它会考试的 ，OK，it's an exam. Alright, so they give you a piece of paper that looks very expensive, right? Owner's policy of title insurance. OK， 他给你一张纸张。就很 fancy 的 ，OK， 很特别的 ，OK， 但是你付多少钱 ，OK， 1000块、2000块，就是有这个保护 ，OK。Alright, American Land Title Association, okay, ALTA. It insures against all CLTA, okay. 它基本的它的保住，加上了其他东西 ，General required by California and by out-of-state lender unable to make personal inspection of the property。很多时候不在加州的银行，它借款给 buyer，right， 它就需要一个 alter policy， 多一点保护给这个银行了Alright, ALTA does not insure against what, right? 它不保什么 defects known by the insurers at the time of policy was issued but not designated in writing. OK， 这个买主他知道不良的地点 ，OK， 不良的东西他就不保 ，OK。Government regulation concerning occupancy such as zoning。这个也不保 ，so no zoning， 关于地区这方面的话，它也不保，You can go to alta.org to see all the information， 你可以到这个网址去调查他们的资料，And then you have Alta R policy, This is recommended by title company for 1 to 4 unit， 1到4个单位的房楼 ，Owner occupied residential dwelling， 他也是住了在屋主是住了其中一个单位在里面的，他就用这个 policy。Who pays title insurance fees？ 谁付这个产权保险费 ？Customer paid by buyer in Northern California and seller in Southern California. So S for Southern. OK， 卖主付这是 S seller OK， 所以 Southern California 是南加州 Southern。这个你可以这样去记住。Alright, insurance, title insurance disclosure, OK， 又宣布出来 ，OK， 什么东西呢？如果你不买这个保险的话，你就有什么东西的话，你要承担了 ，OK。 In any escrow transaction for the purchase of real property where title insurance policy will not be issued to the buyer must sign and acknowledge a disclosure statement stating that it may be advisable to obtain the title insurance. Give an example, all cash deals. Okay? They usually don't buy title insurance. I don't know why. Okay? They should, right? Just to protect yourself. 很多新进买房的人呢，他不买那个产权保险的 ，OK， 应该买一套 ，OK， 不是很多钱嘛，1000多块。Alright, Real Estate Settlement Procedure Act, RESPA. Okay, Real Estate Settlement Procedure Act. OK， 这个呢怎么去买卖结束的法律 ，OK， 大部分的讲这个清单了 ，OK， 这个费用有宣布出来。They state that the precise closing costs of a real estate transaction must be made known to the borrower one business day before close of escrow. 一天之前，它结束操作这个交易之前 ，OK， 借款者必须要知道所有的费用 ，OK， 所以这是 RESPA 的法律。Other provision rules, right? The lender must provide good faith estimate. OK， 要给一个做贷款的一个 good faith estimate。现在我们讲的是 LE，now we call it loan estimate. Okay, of the total closing cost to the borrower at the time of loan application within 3 business days. 他递这个申请表上去3天之内 ，OK， 他会给他一个清单了 ，OK， 什么费用等等 ，OK。The lender must provide the borrower with the information booklet at the time of application. OK， 也是给他一个小课本的资料。The escrow company must furnish a uniform settlement statement to the borrower. Okay. Toward the end, they also the lender have to issue a CD, closing disclosure. OK， 结束之前呢，银行会给这个借款者 ，OK， 一个叫 CD， 这是一个清单了 ，OK。This LE and CD have to track， OK， 这些数值在里面呢，它大概是一模一样的 ，OK， 差别很小 ，OK， 因为差别太大的话，这个买主这个借款者就会知道 ，OK， 如果他看的话 ，OK。Alright, so this is a HUD, okay, this is an old style CD, okay. They itemize everything, okay, per item. Okay, 这个是以前的清单 ，OK， 它有一栏一栏的号码，编的号码 ，OK， 所以这个比较复杂了 ，OK， 现在都不用了 ，OK。Okay, escrow and title insurance company are prohibited from receiving kickback. Okay, that's another RESPA thing, okay. Another function of RESPA is that no kickbacks. Okay, what I mean by that? Okay, if you use escrow company, a title company, right? You refer them, they will give you a bonus check, you know, give you tickets to the game, things like that. Okay， 这 kickback 这是什么意思呢？就是一种回报嘛 ，right？ 你用一个 escrow 公司啊、title 公司啊等等 ，right？ 然后他给你一个优惠 ，right？ 请你去吃饭啊，给你票去看球啊等等 ，okay？That's called kickbacks. No seller may require buyer to purchase title insurance from any particular company as a condition of sale. Okay， 他不可以指挥这个买主 去买什么什么保险 ，OK， 所以呢，他买给你，他的选择 ，OK， 因为他不买的话，他也不可以叫你，哎，你在这个产权公司去买这个保险 ，OK， 因为他买的话，他可以他的选择 ，OK。Alright, California Escrow Association. 可以做 escrow 的行业了 ，OK， 它的这个会 ，and this is their website. Okay, if you want a little bit more information, go there and take a look. So they develop statewide programs to promote professional service educational opportunity for its members. Alright, so this ends chapter 7. Okay, so 我们做完章子7了 ，OK。So we're gonna take a 10-minute break. Let's come back at 11:15. Okay. So we break till 10:15. Sorry, 10:15 a.m. And then we do chapter 8. Okay. 我们10点15分回来 ，OK， 然后继续做章子8吧 ，OK。So we break till 10:15 and do chapter 8. Okay. Alright. See you guys later. Okay, we are back. All right, so let's do chapter 8, real estate finance. Um, Without real estate finance, we wouldn't have the real estate market. No one could afford, the homes. So, thanks to the banks, we have this industry. Okay, just like the car, and now solar. Okay, the bank is pouring money into it. Okay, 我们讲房地产贷款，OK，如果没有银行去做这些贷款的话，我们那个房产很难做，哎，没有什么人有这么多的钱来买房子。So real estate is expensive compared to most other possessions. A buyer generally put down 20% down and obtain the loan for the remaining 80% of the purchase price. 大部分人呢就是首付是20%，OK，他借款80%。This 80% is then called the LTV. Okay, loan to value, how much the house is worth. OK，80%就是这个 LTV。OK，贷款额度比这个房价。OK。 那个价值，银行会借到 80%。Okay. Leverage is not a term. Okay. The practice of purchasing real estate using a small amount of your own money and a large proportion of borrowed funds. Okay. So for $1 million home, right, you put up 200K, okay, and the bank put up 800K, okay. So you have this leverage, okay, that's what they call leverage. 你用1/5的钱 ，OK， 银行借你4/5的钱来买这个房子。Okay, this term hypothecation 这个单词 hypothecation 你们有记住 ？You have to know what that means. It is to provide title to a property as security for a loan without giving up possession. Okay, 抵押这个单词 ，Okay, so it's put it up as a collateral. Okay, interest rate will remain at relatively low levels, enabling more affordable lower for the area home loan payments. Okay, right now, if you don't know already, starting in March or April, right? 3 months ago, Federal Reserve is lending to all the U.S. banks 0. Let me take that back. So they're lending other banks 0 to 0.25% interest rate. Okay, and the banks, they have to have at least 2% profit margin, right? So you're gonna see rates as low as 2.0 to 2.25. Okay, last week we funded a loan, VA loan, okay, 1.99. Okay, VA loan. They have to pay points, right? They drive it down. Without paying points, 2.25 for VA loan. Okay, for 30 year, we're down to 2.5. Okay, with maybe 2.7. No, 2.5 APR. Okay, so the loan they got is 2.375. They pay a little points and they drive it down to 2.375 for 30-year fix. Okay, that's what we funded a week ago. Okay, so the interest rate is low right now. Okay, historic 50-year low. Okay, 50年没有怎么低的历史了。OK， 我们军人的贷款 OK 是2.25。OK， 他付一点点数给银行，他都拿到1.99了。OK， 30年的贷款 OK， 是 APR 含费用在里面就是2.5。OK， 他拿到利息是2.375。OK， 为什么这么低呢？因为中央的银行借款出去给所有美国银行 ，OK， 是0到0.25利息 ，OK， 因为银行又赚2%嘛 ，right， 所以你会看到 ，OK， 这种贷款的利率是利息了 ，OK， 2.0到2.25%。 ，OK，不用错过这个机会了，OK，有可能选举之后，OK，这个会变动。So after the election, I don't know, this rate may go up, okay, so take the opportunity to refi, okay, or to buy a home, okay，买房子从贷款都可以，现在利息非常低。Alright, let's talk about the promissory note 这个借款书，它有很多种的 ，OK，a straight note interest only，OK，普通的、基本的，这是他收你的利息嘛，OK，payment in full on due date，OK，1年、2年、3年 or whatever，OK，1, 2, 3 year term，installment note with the balloon，OK，periodic payment with large balloon payment at the end，它可以分期的。但是后面呢还有一个很大的 payment，又还那个本嘛 ，OK。Fully amortized notes is equal monthly payment until pay in full。这一类的话 ，OK， 它分30年还是15年，每一个月是一样的 payment 里面含那个本跟利息 ，OK。So let me let's look at how that works，OK。So obviously this is time, okay, 30 years. And this is the payment. You got two components, okay. One is the interest, two is the principal. Okay. So let's say for $2,000 payment, right? You're gonna get $1,600 as the interest and $400 as the principal to start. Okay, you add it, you have 2,000. Okay, and then all along, right, it all add up to 2,000. Okay, now this crossover point is at 22 years, and you pay down half your principal. People think, oh, it's 30 years, shouldn't it be 15 years? No. Okay, because all of the interest is front load. Okay. OK，这个图是这样子的 ，OK，30年的时间 ，OK， 你的 payment 是2000块 ，OK， 有两个部分，一部分是利息 ，OK， 那个这本 ，OK， 刚开始的话，你的利息是1600加本400块，总共是300块 ，OK， 它每一期是2000块、2000块、2000块 ，OK， 然后呢，它这边呢反过来了 ，OK， 但是22年就是你一半的本都付清了，不是15年 ，OK， 所以你看这个图的话，就是知道了 ，OK， 银行先赚你的利息 ，OK，the bank make all the money here， OK，the first 7 years， it's all here that they make the money， OK。The payment, you know, your principal and your interest is not the same, okay? It's disproportionate. And the bank let you pay the principal back at the very end, if you could keep it that long, right? Okay, so by looking at this, you know how the bank make their money upfront, front load everything, okay? 你看到这个图 ，OK， 你就知道银行怎么去赚他们的钱了 ，right？ 全部在前面赚你的利息。Okay, so what do you need to do alone? Okay, you need the note, what they call promissory note, which is here, and then you add a collateral. Okay, they call it the trust deed. Okay, you need these two components. Okay， 你做贷款的话，你需要两个文章，一个是借款书 ，OK， 另外的话就是抵押书。抵押书我们知道 trustee， 等等我们会讲的 ，OK。So it's a basic instrument used to evidence of a obligation of debt or IOU, right? It's WE, right? 我欠你多少钱 ，right？ 证明 ，OK。Principal is the dollar amount of the loan, OK。本就是这个借款的额度。Interest is the rent charged by using the money. That's what the bank makes, okay? On your interest. 利息这是银行租这些钱给你的用 ，OK？ 他们赚的是这个利息。Alright, first type of note is a straight note, okay? So this is very simple, okay? You pay the interest as you use it. At the end of the term, you pay them the principal back. Let's say you borrow 100 grand at 10%, okay? Each year you pay them 10 grand, okay? So it's a 5-year term. It's a 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, okay? Each year you pay them 10 grand, okay? 10 grand, 10 grand, 10 grand. And then at the end, you also have to pay them back the 100K. Okay, so 5 years, you pay 50K, and then plus this back to the bank. Okay, so the bank makes 50K, 5 years, 10%. That is straight note. Okay， 这样子的借款书就很简单 ，OK， 你的利息用了你就有付出去，最后的话你还那个本。比如说你借这个10万块5年的 10%，OK， 10%，每年你有给银行1万块，1万块，1万块，1万块，1万块，给5年，5年之后呢，你又还那个本 ，OK， 所以银行赚你5年5万块，每年1万块等于 10%，OK， 这个是最简单最基本的借款书。Partially amortized note, okay? So installment note with the balloon payment. 这个呢，你就有连本带利的给一些回去，但是后面呢还是要还那个本。Okay, so periodic payment of principal and interest, right? With a large payment at the end, maturity date or due date. Fully amortized is that for the whole period, right? They amortize it. This is what you have. That I'm drawn here. This is fully amortized. Okay. Each month is $2,000. It doesn't change until 30 years. All pay off. Okay. Each month. Okay. So periodic payment of both principal and interest in equal installment until the debt is paid in full. Okay, so in this example, 30 years. Okay, 这个是30年的。Okay， 每一期每个月你要付他本跟利息。Okay， 就是每个月都是一样的。Okay， equal。Okay， 等到你30年就付清了。The most common used type of note in California. Okay, or the nation. Okay， 最普遍就是这种借款书。Okay， and then you have the promotional note or season note. Okay, they give you a low interest to start, and then season note is for at least 12 months. Okay, or 6 months. 这一类的话就是银行给你初期了，就给你低一点利息了 ，OK， 吸引你来他的银行这边给他生意。Season note 的话，它就是他已经收你这个还款6个月到12个月，他就可以卖出去了。OK， 就是这个意思。Negotiable instrument. What is negotiable instrument? Okay, so something of value. Okay， 有价值的东西。Any financial document. Okay， 就是关于有钱的这个纸张了。Okay， promissory note 借款书 ，check 支票 or other like stock certificate. Right, bond issues. Okay, option rights. Okay, that can be passed easily from one person to another. 可以交换的。Okay, or it meets certain legal requirement. Okay， 它有条件在里面，有合法的条件。So negotiable instrument must be what? An unconditional promise, right? 你上面写多少钱就是多少钱了 ，OK？ And it's be writing 有写出来的 ，made by one person to another, right？ 一方给另外一方 ，signed by the maker, right？ 操作人有签字的 ，payable on demand，OK？ 他什么时候来要钱都可以的 ，for a set amount of money， 有个额度。OK， 所以一个支票里面全部符合这个东西了。OK， so let's look at a check, right? So it's an unconditional promise, right? You go to any bank, you can cash it, right? Or go to the issuing bank, they can cash it, right? 你去出支票这个银行，他就给你钱了。Okay, so it's in writing, right? 有写下来的。Okay. Made by one person to another, right? So you pay who, and then signed by who, right? Signed by the maker, right? 还有签个字 ，OK? And payable on demand， 你去银行他就付你钱了 ，for set amount of money，OK？ 有数额在上面 ，OK？ 所以支票本这是 negotiable instrument。So a check is a negotiable instrument. Right, hold in due course. What does that mean? That means if you hold a check, it's good. Okay. One who has taken negotiable instrument from another in good faith without knowledge of defect. Okay. 他不会跳票 ，right? Okay. 他知道这个支票是好的。Okay, important clauses in financing instruments. 其他的条件在这个借款书里面 ，OK？ Acceleration clause, what is that? 加速还钱 ，OK？ Upon occurrence of a specific event， 有一些条件 ，the lender has the right to demand immediate payment of the entire note。银行可以要求你马上付清这个贷款。比如说你卖掉房子了 ，right？ For example, you sold a house, right? Okay, alienation clause, due on sale. Okay, I guess acceleration clause is not due to sell, right? Something else. You just change title, you just give it to someone else, right? But alienation clause is due on sale. Okay, when you sell it, you have to pay back the loan. 你卖掉房子，你有付清的贷款。The entire loan balance becomes due and payable when the property is sold, assigned, or transferred, or otherwise alienated. Okay, by third party, right? 有第三者在里面的话 right? 你就有付清那个贷款。 assumption， OK， 可以 it's not 这不是转让了，这是代替 ，OK。Buying a property that is already encumbered and accepting responsibility with the lender's consent for the full payment of the loan。买主买下来，他用屋主的贷款，他就当那个责任去还那个债了。OK， 这个叫 assumption。很多 loan 不可以they cannot do assumption。Okay, with the exception of VA loan. So a VA to a VA, that's what they typically want to do only. Okay， 军人可以 assume another 其他军人的贷款。Okay， taking title subject to. Okay, this is another way to do that. Okay, buying a property and taking over payment of existing loan on behalf of the seller, who is still responsible for the lender because the loan is still officially in his or her name。 这个呢，不是代替了 ，OK， 这个他是帮他付款 ，OK， 责任还是以前这个借款者的，所以新人他不付的话，银行还是找以前的人。OK， 这个叫 subject to。OK， so the new buyer who you subject to, right? If they don't pay, the bank is still gonna find the original loan maker, okay? The one who signed the loan paper, which is the seller, okay? Alright, subordination clause. This is for the banks themselves, okay? Whoever has more loan outstanding, they become number one. Okay, so that's the rule of thumb, right? Allows for future change of priority of financial liens on a property. Let's say this house that they bought is 200K and they have 100K on it, first loan, right? And then years goes by, now it's 500,000, right? Double, right? More than double. And they take out another loan, 200. Okay, the 200K loan say, hey, wait a minute, I'm bigger than you, right? So I want to become number one. Okay, so this number one, okay, now becomes number two. Okay, the new bigger loan is number one. Okay, this is called subordination. Okay, this loan company, okay, subordinate to the higher loan, so now they become number two. Okay， 这个意思是，比如说以前的房子是20万，他借款10万块，然后呢，10年之后等等了，价值50万，他再借钱出来第二贷款，变为20万了，所以20万比10万块多嘛，所以我可以比你多，我做老大，我是 number one 了，你让我这个位置，这个叫 subordination。Alright, prepayment penalties. 早付清贷款的罚金 ，okay? Charge to the borrower for paying off a loan before due date. Okay. Remember what you see here? Okay. If you pay anytime here, right? Or here, right? In front. The bank said, hey, I didn't make all this interest yet. Okay, I'm going to charge you a fee by copping out. Right? 如果你这个贷款你早还清的话 ，right？ 银行不高兴，他的我还没收到我的赚你的利息，所以我罚你 ，OK？ 罚你一笔钱 ，OK？ 这个叫 prepayment penalty。Alright, impound account, those are called reserves, okay? Monies collected in advance from borrower to assure the payment of recurring costs such as property taxes and insurance. Okay, so it's separate. Okay, this account is for taxes and insurance. It has nothing to do with your P&I. Okay, your payment. This is separate, separate, separate. Okay, this is separate account. Some people think that this part is part of the loan amount. No, no, no. It doesn't work that way. Okay, it's not part of the loan amount. Okay, this is separate account that keeps track of your money that's supposed to be paying tax and insurance. Okay，很多人以为给银行去扣的话，right，他多 charge 他的钱，不是，那全部是分开的。OK，你贷款的本跟利息是一回事。OK，你的税跟保险的话分开，但是他帮你去筹备这个钱去付。OK，你让他 impound 的话，他可以给你优惠1%的利息。Okay, 0.125 better rate. You let the bank impound your taxes and insurance, okay, in your rate, automatically they give you 1/8 off, 0.125 off of the interest rate. Many people don't know that, okay? So next time if the bank asks you, do you want to impound? You say yes. Okay, give me a low rate. Okay, interest and types of loan. Okay, 利息跟不同的贷款。This is what the bank makes, right, on the interest rate. It's their charge for lending you the money. Nominal interest rate is the rate stated in the note. 借款书里面说的这是 nominal interest rate. Effective interest rate is the rate the borrower is actually paying, including interest, loan fees, and whatnot. Okay, this is equal to APR. Okay, a lot of people, when they ask, they shop for interest rate, but they should shop APR. You cannot actually compare interest rate because you don't know how much they charge you the back end, right? Points and fees. Okay. So bank A may charge you 3%, but they should charge you $10,000 to do the loan, right? B, on the other hand, right, charge you 3.5, and they charge you 0 fees, right? But then if they charge you 0 fee, right, the APR is 3.5, right? They charge you 10,000, APR may be 3.65, 625. Okay, so which is better? You shop for low rate, right? You end up paying more for the whole loan. Okay, so don't shop for interest rate. Okay, shop for APR. Okay, shop for APR. Okay, 这个意思是，借款书里面他说3%，OK， 银行 A， 银行 B 是3.5%，right？ 但是银行 B 的费用没有费用 ，OK， 全部没有 所以它 APR 就是3.5，OK，但是银行 A 的它 charge 1万块，拿到这个3.0，但是你算来算去，算了最后就是我含那个1万块进去，变为3.625，OK，所以你拿到最低的利息，right？但是你付出来这个都比另外的高了，OK，所以不可以看利息，你要看 APR，OK。Alright, fixed interest rates. Payments are the same each month for the life of the loan. OK， 固定的利息 ，OK， 30年都是固定的。Okay, amortized payments. The repayment of a loan, principal and interest. Okay, in regular payment over term of the loan. This is what we have before, right? Every month, $2,000 for 30 years. But inside, the interest and the principal fluctuate, varies, okay, proportionally, proportionally, okay? And then it flips over at the 22-year mark and 50% of your loan is paid off. Alright, so let's look at the chart. Okay, this is at 7%. I'll give you an idea. If you look at 7%, 100,000, okay, a 30-year loan is about 665, okay, or $700, okay. So for 4.5% interest rate, right? Okay, for again 100,000, it's about $500. Okay, so you have an idea, right? So you just use that as a multiple, right? If it's 500,000, you times this by 500 by 5 times, okay? So $2,500. Okay, if it's 7%, you times it by 700, right? 3,500. 这个表呢，你看那个利息是7%， right？ 10万块你借回来，30年的贷款 ，OK， 665块3毛 ，OK， 大概700块左右了 ，OK。如果你是4.5% 的话 ，right， 这个数字是500块。所以你借款是50万的话，你就乘5嘛 ，right， 这个是10万块，乘个5 7%，right， 5乘700 ，OK， 3500块一个月 ，OK。如果你是4.5的话，你乘 OK 5乘500， OK 2500块，这样子来算 ，OK 就很容易记住 ，right， 大概4.5% 就是500块 ，OK。Alright, negative amortization, okay. 这个本呢越来越高的 ，OK。The interest rate charges are higher than the monthly payment. Okay, adjustable rate mortgage. Okay, 浮动利息 a loan in which the interest rate fluctuates, 它浮动 okay, periodically based on a specific index, which makes the payment amount also change, right? 它固定1年、3年、5年 right? They fix the rate for 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, and 10 years. After which, right, they fluctuate. 之后呢，它就变动了 ，OK。Some special purpose type of loans, OK。这个特殊的方式来付款了 ，OK。So this is bi-weekly. So in a year you have 26 payments. So you have an extra payment. And if you do this, right, you basically save about 8 years. 你用这个方式的话 right, 你可以省8年的 payment. So the 30 years will actually become 22 years. Okay? 15-year fixed and adjustable rate loans. Okay? Or you could pay 15 years. But 15 years, you need high income to qualify. Okay? Your $400,000 loan at 4.5% for 30 years, right? 500 times 4, right? $2,000, right? You take the same loan, right, for 15 years, right? You have to pay $3,000. Okay, so your income to qualify for this loan is higher, right? It may be they need you to have 9,000. This one is only 6,000. So most people don't qualify. Okay, 我说这个15年 ，OK。15年的话，当然你省很多利息了 ，OK。但是你看看40万的房子，来4.5%， 30年的话2000块。同样的东西，15年的话你需要3000块 ，OK。所以你的收入，又大概9000块，30年的话你就需要6000块。所以很多人呢不合格，拿不到15年的 ，OK， 他就拿这个30年的。And then we have reverse mortgage loans for seniors, right, who needs income. 这个反弹贷款的话 ，right， 返还贷款 is the bank is gonna pay the borrower, okay? So basically, they sold the home to the bank, right, until they die, right, or a set period. Then they have to buy the home back. Right? So this is called reverse mortgage. Okay, you are lending money to the bank, and they're paying you. Okay. But nevertheless, it's still a loan. Okay, and the bank makes all the money at the end. Okay, not upfront. Okay, upfront they pay, right? And then when you end the reverse mortgage, that's when they get paid. 这种反弹贷款的话，银行先付款出去 ，OK？ 你结束的时候，他就赚他的利息 ，OK？ Alright, discount points, loan fees, and usury, okay? We'll take a break here. Okay, and we'll be back. What else? 11:05, okay? Okay, so we'll break till 11:05. Halfway through. Okay, we are back. Alright, let's try to wrap this up. Okay. So what are discount points? 这个是点数 ，OK。So an origination fee of 1% of the loan amount borrowed charged by the lender. Okay. Points are paid usually in adjustment to interest rate. Okay. 银行会接受一笔钱，然后他把利息降低。Typically, 1 point will buy you a quarter point of interest rate. Okay, 2 points, half a point. Okay, 3 point, 4 quarters, 4 thirds, 3/4 of a point. Okay, and 4 points, you get a full 1% off. Okay. 航程就是差不多是这样子了 ，OK， 一个点给你涨1/4点的利息 ，OK， 2点半点 ，OK， 3点的话给你3/4点 ，OK， 然后4个点数就给你涨低一个 percent。Some banks the standard is they have 6 points. Okay, this will give you 1 whole point. Okay, this is more aggressive. Okay, it's better. Okay, but the idea is the same. Okay. 传统的方式就是有6个点就买一个点 ，OK。现在呢就比较宽松了 ，OK。But some banks they only allow you certain purchase, right? Certain discount points. They limit the amount that you could buy, okay? Because after all, they wanna make money from the interest, right? They don't wanna you buy all the way down to 0, right? That's not their goal, okay? Okay, loan fees. Okay, fees charged by a lender in order to apply for a loan. What are some of the loan fees? Okay, it's called origination fee. Okay, 这个费用就是你做贷款你申请做贷款就是这个费用 1% typically. Okay, that's usually our commission, by the way. Okay, and then you have the loan processing fee. Okay, that's anywhere from 500 to 800. Okay, we charge about 600. Okay, and then you have the underwriter fee. Okay, the bank charge about $1,000. Okay, to 1,500. Okay, Quicken Loan charge $999. Okay, $1,000. Okay, and then other miscellaneous stuff. Okay, that ties to the loan fee. Okay, 这个呢是银行的费用 ，OK， 1000块左右。这个 loan processor 它就是帮我们操作 loan，OK， 这个观察的文件啊等等的，这个人才 ，OK， 600块，500到800 ，OK。And then what's usury 高利贷，to the government anything over 10% is usury. Okay, 10% plus. Okay, the constitutional rate in California is 10% or 5% above the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco, whichever is higher. Okay, so 10%. Most public sources of real estate funds are exempt from usury limits, including agreement entering arranged through brokers and salespeople. OK，小额度的话，它可能没有这个法律去管住。OK，小额度就是小于5万块了。OK，3万块左右，就是借款的话，它不管。OK。Alright, security devices. What does it mean by security devices? Collateral. That's what they meant. Okay, 这是抵押的东西。So in California, mortgages we don't use, very rare. We mostly use trust deeds. First, the most, okay, or second. Land contract, not common. We used to have land contracts way back, okay. 3种方式来做抵押数 ，OK， mortgages 一种抵押的方式 ，OK， 东部用 ，OK， 我们这边加州不用，我们加州用这个叫 trust deed 这个抵押 ，OK，land contract 就是不转让产权这个产权 ，OK， 等到他付清为止，这类的都不用了，以前没有借款的话就用它 ，OK。Okay, so I'm gonna glide through mortgages because it doesn't really apply to us, okay? But you have to know these, okay? Mortgages 我们快一点讲过去了 ，OK？ 但是我们不用 ，OK？ 但是考试还是考到你的 ，OK？Financial instrument in the form of a lien 也是个抵押 ，that secure property for payment of promissory note. Rare in California, OK？ 在加州很少 ，OK？Parties to mortgage, okay? Party who is borrowing is called a mortgagor, okay? So, borrower, okay? With the O, okay? Look at the O, okay? Mortgagee is the lender, okay? Look at the two E's, okay? Match them up. So you know who is who, right? Okay. 2个 E 这是 lender, OK， 这是银行了 ，OK。OR 这是 borrower，O 里面有个 O，OK。这样子的话你会记住 ，OK。你记不住的话 ，OK， 人家讲 mortgagee 你都不知道他讲谁 ，OK。So remember these mnemonic devices, OK, help you to remember who these parties are, OK. Alright, power sell clause, right, allows mortgagee, who's mortgagee? The lender to sell property without a court proceeding if mortgagor, the borrower, is in default. Okay. 它这个法律在里面让银行去卖你的房子来符合它的 payment。如果你不付钱的话 ，OK， 如果这个借款者不付钱的话。So mortgages compared to trustee, OK， 我们比较一下 ，OK。Mortgage is 2, mortgagor and mortgagee, right? Trustee is 3. Okay, they talk about that later. Title, right? Mortgage does not convey title; it creates a lien. 它的押住这个产权 ，OK。Trustee 呢，它 convey 这个 trustee 给那个纸张谁，这个是代表我的产权给你 ，OK， 押住这个房子 ，OK。Statute limitation, mortgagee, the lender has 4 years to start foreclosure, long time. Trustee, no time limit. 马上 ，OK。Remedy for default 怎么去解决就是不付钱的问题 ？Mortgage 就是 foreclosure only remedy unless there's a power sell clause, redemption 1 year。他还有给他1年的赎回来。Okay, trustee entire process takes 4 months， 4个月就搞定了。Okay, you're gonna 用 trustee。Trustees are preferred to mortgages。当然了 ，right， 快速嘛 ，right， 简单。Fewer restriction for lender。对于银行来说就容易了。Okay, short period of redemption。Okay, 3 months。Okay, total actually 7 months。Okay, immediate possession， 马上就交给新的屋主了。Okay, wipe out trustor's interest。Okay, California law favors lender who uses trustee。Okay， 加州的法律 ，OK， 就是让银行快速拍卖 ，OK， 用 trustee。So what is in a trustee? Let's talk about that. Okay, trustee 是什么？抵押书 ，OK， makes real property collateral for the promissory note. Same as mortgage, okay, but different way of doing it. Okay, parties to trust, okay， 里面有3方 ，trustor 第一方 ，the party who is borrowing the money， 借款者 ，holds equitable title to the property， 他还有产权，他可以用上他的房楼 ，OK。So it is entitled to ownership, use, and possession。房子是属于借款者的，他可以用 ，OK， 他可以，这是他的财产 ，OK。Beneficiary is the lender. Remember the 2 E's, okay? 2 E's, match these up. 受益者 ，OK， 这是银行，为什么他是受益者的 ？OK， 这个房子属于他的，如果他借款者不付他钱 ，OK， 他就受益到这个房子。Trustee is a third party. It works with the lender. In this case, okay, they're the one who help lender to foreclose the property if they don't pay. Okay， 他是操作人帮银行去拍卖房子，一个这个 trustor，right， 这个 borrower，right， 这个屋主借款者不付款。General a title insurance company， 很多时候 trustee 是一个产权保险公司 ，holds legal title only until trustee is paid in full。Okay， 他有这个权利去拍卖，等到你付清为止。Okay， So a deed of trust or trustee creates a lien on the property to secure payment for a note. So 是个抵押书。Okay, so what is with the trustee? Title goes from trustor to trustee. Okay， 这是意思了。OK， 我给你一个纸张 ，OK， 证明我给你一个抵押了。OK，with the deed of conveyance。如果他还清之后呢，他回他一个收条就，你付清了，这个叫 deed of reconveyance。After everything is paid off, this is the evidence of receipt that all payment has been received. So they call it the deed of reconveyance. Title returned to the trustee from the trustee to the trustor. Okay, so they give the trustee back to the trustor in the form of the deed of reconveyance. Okay. Okay, proof of payment in full. So that's basically like a receipt. 那个收条嘛 ，right？ 恭喜了，你付清了 ，OK？ 你借款40万，你还，我们全部收到，加利息是70多万，快80万 ，OK？ 谢谢你 ，OK？ For your $400,000 loan, right? They receive a total of $780,000, close to $800,000. They say, thank you. This is your receipt. Provide proof that a promissory note and a company trustee have been paid in full. Right, default and foreclosure of a trustee. OK， 怎么去解决这个不付钱怎么拍卖的情况 ？OK。Default on the trustee, a borrower's failure to make payment and properly repay the loan. 他不付款怎么办？ A grace period, okay, 15 days, right, for late. A set number of days in which lender will allow payment to be late without penalty. After that, you have a late fee. Okay, but don't go over 30 days. Okay, your credit will be dinged 200 points to 300 points. Your 640 will go down to like 340. Drop like a rock. Okay. 它是给你15天去 make payment 了 ，OK， 1号，它给你到15号，15号它还不收到的话，它就是罚金了，罚你付 ，OK， 但是你过了30天的话不行了 ，OK， 它马上报上去这个credit，OK， 分数，这个 credit bureau。你的信用分数了，就600多分，减了200到300分，很可怕。Okay. Notice of default. Okay. So on here, 3 months of no payment. Okay. You have notice of default recorded. It's called NOD. Okay， 上个月你没有付款的话 ，right， 他就宣布，我现在开始拍卖你的房子了 ，okay， and then the reinstatement period， okay， 3 months， 你有3个月去赎房子回来 ，okay， 3 months to make all the payment back, get your house back on track, okay. You still don't pay, they issue a notice of sale, NOS, okay, and they publish that for 21 days, 3 weeks, okay, each week 3 times. I mean, once a week, 3 weeks, 3 times, okay, in a 21-day period, stating that we're gonna foreclose you, we're gonna foreclose you, we're gonna foreclose you, okay, 3 times, and then the sell date here, okay. 上个礼拜，每一个礼拜他登报说拍卖你的房子，拍卖你的房子，拍卖你的房子3次，然后呢，最后一天就拍卖了。Okay, so all along here, okay, 6 months and 3 weeks, 7 months, you need to make back your payment, plus all the interest, plus penalty, plus the fees. Okay, get back on track. Okay, notice of sale, right? 21 days, 7 days apart for 3 weeks, and then on that day, they sell it to the highest bidder. If no bidder, they go back to the bank. It becomes REO. Right? You get a trustee's deed, or it becomes REO. Real estate owned by the bank. Okay? 如果他卖不出去的话 ，right， 银行收回来变为银行物了 ，okay? Alright, trustor's right of reinstatement, right? 3 months or up to 5 days, 5 business days, okay, prior to the sale date. to get back everything, okay? They need that 5 business days, okay? Or else they cannot stop it. All the payments that is due, all the penalties, late fees, taxes, interest, and any other costs, right? And also to the trustee, right? To the bank, the beneficiary, and the trustee. All the fees. If your payment is $2,000, okay, you owe 3 months, right? At the very end, before the 5th day, you decide to pay back everything. So that's 6 months times that, right? So that's $12,000 right there for your payment. And then your penalties, your taxes, right? It's typically double. So you have to pay them $20,000 close to get back your house. Alright, notice of sale, NOS. So let me explain in Chinese, okay? 如果你5天工作天之前呢赎你的房子的话 ，right？ 你6个月没有付 payment， 所以2000块的 payment 的话，你乘6个月是12000 ，OK？ 其他的费用、罚金、税啊等等的 ，OK？ 都有8000块 ，OK？ 总共2万块。Okay, so notice of sale recorded notice stating the time, place, and property, and type of sale. Okay, recorded by trustee if loan is not reinstated by that time. You know, you got that 3 months, right? So they go on and say we're gonna foreclose your home on this date, and publish at least once a week for 21 days, right? 3 times. Must be posted on the property and in a public place. They typically tape the notice on your front door. Okay. Most of the seller owner, they just take it away. Okay, they just remove it. Alright, trustee sale on that day. Public sale of the foreclosed property by a trustee. All bids must be in cash or cashier check to the trustee. Beneficiary may bid up to the amount of debt without cash. Highest bidder is issue a trustee's deed. Notice this is not a trustee. Okay, there's something different. Notice the difference in 2 E's. Okay, with the double E, trustee's deed, okay, that is a deed that is issued to the buyer of the foreclosed home. Okay, without the double E, a trust deed is the collateral. Okay, it's like a mortgage, right? The trustee. The owner gets immediate possession, no redemption. Right away, right? They can move into the house. That's their home now. Okay. Any money in excess of the debt is awarded to the trustor. Okay. So let me do this in Chinese now. Okay. 拍卖这一天 ，OK， 这个敲周人就帮银行去拍卖了 ，OK， 所有的钱有现金还是柜台支票 ，OK， 银行可以开始用它的借款额度就不用钱来拍卖，所以他如果没有跟他争的话，他就拿回这个房子了 ，OK。Highest bidder issue a trustee deed, OK， 最高的标价的买主就拿到这个房子，然后 trustee 会给他一个产权证，叫 trustee's deed，OK， 你要注意 ，OK， 这个 trustee deed 跟 trustee 不一样的 ，OK，trustee is 加2个 e， 从敲周人 敲作一份珍贵的房产证给他 ，OK，trust deed 没有意义的话 ，right 是个抵押书，这个你们要记住很清楚 ，OK， 因为他考试会考你的，差2个亿这个 meaning， 这个都不一样了 ，OK， 记住 ，OK。New owner gets immediate possession，OK， 他马上这个买主可以搬进去 ，OK， 不需要等待1年 ，OK， 马上可以他买到这个房子，马上就搬进去 ，OK。Any money in excess 就是超过这个数的话 ，OK， 多了出来就给屋主，以前的屋主，这是借款者 ，OK。Alright, judicial court foreclosure for trustee, very rare case, OK， 很少用法庭来拍卖一个房子的，在加州 ，OK， 大部分都是做这个 trustee sale。Okay, in lieu of foreclosure, a deed given by the owner to a lender to prevent the lender from bringing foreclosure proceeding. Okay. 屋主 ，OK， 宣布给银行 ，OK， 你不用拍卖我了 ，OK， 我给你钥匙，给你一个产权证，就不拍卖我的房子，我给你这个产权了 ，OK， 这个叫 deed in lieu of foreclosure，OK。Short sale 短卖屋 ，when a lender will accept less than the amount owed on the debt of the property sold，OK， 这个要银行跟银行的投资人去批准的，卖的价位小于你借款的额度 ，OK， 这个叫 short sale。Our liens are not eliminated by foreclosure sale，OK， 有一些抵押它不可以取消的。Most junior liens are eliminated by foreclosure sale, like second or third trustees. Okay. Bond liens are not necessarily eliminated. Okay. Federal tax lien. Okay. 联邦政府的税。State, county, city tax assessment. Okay. 州政府、county 政府、市政府的税也不可以免。Mechanic lien for work begun before trust deed was recorded， 也不可以免。OK， 人家帮你去装修一个厨房，你不付人的钱，还是你有纠纷 ，OK， 他画个 lien， 这个抵押在上面，这个也是有付的 ，OK。Alright, purchase money, trust deed, or mortgage.Okay, when you buy a home, right, you have to use a trust deed or mortgage, okay? It is called purchase money instrument only when it is obtained at the time of purchase, not on refinance loan. Okay? 它有搞清楚 ，OK？ 你买房了跟从贷款的不一样 ，OK？ 你买房就叫 purchase money。因为 purchase money 之后，你从贷款的话，从贷款以后的 ，OK， 就是另外一回事 ，OK， 你可以多抽钱出来 ，OK， 多抽钱出来这部分呢 ，OK， 他可以追求你的。So for cash out portion, that portion over your purchase money, the lender could go after you for that, okay? Even though it's foreclosed. Alright, deficiency judgment. Given when security pledge of a loan does not satisfy the debt upon its default. Okay, so most of them it happens in a mortgage. Okay, they could do that. But a trustee, no, not for trustee. Unless it's not purchase money. Okay. Deficiency judgment 就是话，他拍卖的钱不够，他还他的债户。OK，mortgage 抵押的话，他可以追求你。OK，trustee 这不可以 ，OK， 除非你就从贷款多抽钱出来用，多抽钱这部分的话，它可以追踪你 ，OK。Alright, second trustee 注意点 ，OK， 第二贷款、第三贷款等等。Okay, any loan on real property obtained after the first trustee，OK， 这是第一个借款之后，这是叫 junior lien。Usually a private party，OK， 大部分都是卖主给你的 ，OK， 还是私人 ，OK， 这是补上去了 ，OK， 比如说是 equity loan 啊，还是这个 wraparound 这些贷款 ，OK。Homeowner equity loan，OK， loan based on a homeowner increase in equity caused by inflation, rising property value, and reduction by payment of existing loan balances。OK， 还有如果你房子升级的话，升级部分也可以借款出来的 ，OK， 这个叫 equity loan。Holder of a second trustee, the lender，OK， 如果你放第二贷款出去的话 ，OK，additional fund may be required beyond the cash down payment of the first trustee. As a result, the seller may loan the buyer more money through the use of a second trustee. 所以呢，第二贷款大部分的从这个卖主这边出来的，他有 equity 在他手上。Request of a notice， 如果这样子情形的话 ，right， 最好第二贷款、第三贷款，他要求一个宣布 ，right， 宣布什么东西呢？第一贷款拍卖的时候，他有收到一封信。So when recorded, the trustee is required to notify all person who requests notice if a notice of default is recorded on a particular property. So they know that it's being foreclosed and they try to negotiate with everybody to get the money back. Okay? 所以呢，他有这个 notice， 他知道拍卖的情况，他就跟其他的银行去讨论 ，OK， 可以要多少钱回来 ，OK， 大部分的话 they get about 10% of the loan amount, okay, for second and junior liens。第二贷款以后加上第三贷款等等的话，因为他拿回来 10%， 他们那个额度都算好了 ，okay。Any person who has an interest in particular trustee, usually second, third, should want to inform if the buyer is not paying on the first trustee. Why is that? 为什么是这样子 ？OK， 很多人他第一贷款那个额度比较多嘛 ，right， 每个月好几千块，但是你这个小的第二贷款几百块 ，right， 他就先付你 ，OK， 你都不知道他没有付第一贷款 ，OK， 所以常常都以为他真的拍卖之后你什么都拿不到 ，OK， 所以你要求这个 notice。Okay， 这样子的话，最起码你可以拿回来的 10%。Alright, wraparound all-inclusive trustee. Okay, so a second trustee with the face value of both the new amount is secure and the balance due under the first trustee. So it's a package deal, right? You use the old loan plus the delta difference. So this is wraparound. Okay. 这个 wraparound 就是包起来嘛，right？ 就是用旧的贷款加上这个差价上去，然后呢就是这个这一类的贷款 ，OK？Land contract，OK？ 这种很少人用了，以前没有金贵的贷款的话，都是用这个。这个 this land contract is used in the old days without the conventional loans, right? So the seller keep the title until everything is paid off, then they transfer the title. 以前的话没有 正规的贷款的话 ，OK， 屋主怎么去卖出去呢？他等到他全部这个 payment 收到之后，然后他就转让这个产权给对方 ，OK， 没有付清的话他不转，这种做法就是叫 land contract。Okay, so low down payment, right? You don't need even to qualify, right? You don't pay me, you don't have title, I still have the house. Allows marginally qualified to acquire real estate. 什么人都可以买到这间房子。Buyer may receive defective title, right? 买主就不知道他的 title 是什么情况 ，right？ 好的不好的都有 ，OK？ Seller must follow statutory notice requirement if buyer defaults, like file quiet title action. OK？ 因为他 buyer 没有付清的话 ，right？ 他收房子他也有姓名这个 buyer 没有权利在里面 ，OK？Both buyer and the seller should enter such a contract only after consulting their attorney to ensure their legal rights are protected. 这种协议的话，不清不楚的 ，OK， 所以呢最好要律师帮你们去操作这类的。A land contract is also known as 其他名字 ，OK，real property sales contract, agreement of sale, agreement to purchase, or installment sale contract. 它很多名称的 ，an instrument of finance where the seller retain legal ownership of the property until the buyer has made the last payment, or they pay 100%. Okay, not that common in California. Okay, it used to be everybody does that. Okay, but not anymore. Okay, so it's also called contract of sale, agreement of sale. The word sale. Okay, conditional sales contract, installment sale contract. Okay, so these are the words, right? Conditional, contract, installment, and sell. Okay. 所以这些单词你要记住 ，OK， 都是一样的东西，都是 land contract。So you watch for the words, right? Contract, right? Conditional, installment. Okay, those are the key words. Okay, and also sales. The word sales. Okay, parties to land contract are seller is called the vendor because they're selling it, right? Buyer is the vendee. 这个名称你要记住 ，OK？ They hold legal title until all terms and payments are fulfilled. Pay off, OK？ 付清之前，这个产权还是这个卖主的 ，OK？ 买主他可以用上这个房楼 ，OK？ 然后他付清之后呢，他就有这个产权了 ，OK？ Right, Truth in Lending Act. 15 more minutes, got 15 more slides. Let me see. Yeah, we'll wrap this up in 10 minutes. Okay, Truth in Lending Act, TILA, okay? It's T-I-L-A, TILA. Is Regulation Z, okay? Also known as Regulation G, was enacted to protect the consumer by requiring that the lender tell the borrower how much he or she is paying for credit. So it's a law that requires you to disclose all costs to the borrower. Okay， 这是一个法律，它规定银行去宣布所有的费用给这个借款者。Okay， Regulation Z also states that the lender must express all related financing costs as a percentage known as the annual percentage rate. OK， 还有银行要宣布给这个借款者一个数字叫 APR。Annual percentage rate 含什么东西？所有的费用在里面，加上利息、点数等等。OK。Alright, Regulation Z require a creditor to make the following important financial disclosure. OK， 他们也要求银行宣布其他东西。OK， 当然是 APR 了 ，right？ Finance charges what? Interest rate, right? Interest charge, okay? Amount finance, right? 这个额度 right? 借款的额度 Total number of payment 一个if it's 30 years, it's 360 payments. Okay, total sale price, credit sale. The two most important items according to Regulation Z are APR and the amount finance. Okay, so amount finance and APR. Those are the two most important items. Okay, Regulation Z 最主要的话 ，right， 就是这个 APR 的数值，加上了你的额度。如果你两个都知道的话，你里面的情形都没问题的。Okay. Okay, annual percentage rate APR is a measure of cost of credit expressed in a yearly rate. It is a percentage rate, not an interest rate. 怎么说呢？这个 APR 这个数值，它不是历史这个数值 ，OK？ 历史数值是包含在里面 ，OK？ 所以这个 APR 包括利息、费用等等点数。So it includes all finance charges, including assumption charges, but does not include credit report or appraisal fees. 估价费加上了信用报告费不包含在里面。Cost of credit report anywhere from $35 to $50. Okay, appraisal fee anywhere from $400 to $600 for normal house. Okay, that's not included in the APR. Okay, 这个信用报告的费用加上估价费用不含了在这个 APR 里面。Alright, advertising terms will require additional disclosures. Okay, 如果你打广告的话 ，right， 其他的东西你要宣布出来。Okay, anyone placing an advertisement for consumer credit must comply with the advertising requirement of the tiller. Okay, disclosure must be made clearly and conspicuously. Okay, always APR. APR 必须要你打广告宣布这个 APR 出来 ，OK？ 除非你一个数字都不提 ，OK？ If an advertisement contains any of the following terms, then the ad must disclose other credit terms. Okay. Amount of percentage of down payment. Okay. 这个首付 ，OK， 又提出来。Number of payments. Okay. Like 30 years, right? 这个多少个 payment? 360个还是180个 ？OK， 这是30年还是15年 ？The amount of any payment, principal interest right? Interest or payment or principal payment, okay? Or amount of any finance charge. You can say underwriting fee, right, etc. Or origination fee, loan processing fee, okay? All those are finance charge. Or simply, right, you just mention APR. See, once you have the APR, inside you have the interest rate, right, plus cost, right? You're comparing APR to APR to other APR. So whatever is inside, right, a lot of question marks, you don't really care, right? The interest rate could be zero, right? But I'm charging you a nominal rate to get this loan done, so your APR is X amount compared to other loans. So that's how they compare APR to APR。这样子的话，你比较就很简单了 ，right？你不需要知道里面多少费用啊，你的利息是多少，你给我这个 APR，我就知道，哎，你全部的费用在里面是什么了 ，OK？Right to cancel, federal notice of right to cancel. Loan subsequent, future loans have 3 days of right rescission by borrower. So the new way of the TRID doing it, once they issue the CD, the closing disclosure, okay, you wait 3 days, calendar days, right? Then you sign loan docs, then they fund. Okay, that's the way they do it now. Okay, before you sign the loan docs, you wait 3 days, then it takes effect. So anytime within those 3 days, okay, they could cancel. Okay, so they're not doing it this way. Okay, they let you wait 3 days, 1, 2, 3, and then you sign. Okay. All right, equal credit opportunity, ECOA, okay, ECOA. 这个也是联邦政府的法律，就是 federal law prohibiting those who lend money from discriminating against borrower based on their race, sex, color, religion, national origin, age, or marital status. OK， 你不可以，是联邦政府的法律，不银行不可以歧视结婚者。OK， 这它的人种、性、男女 ，OK， 颜色、宗教 ，OK， 它这个组织这个他在哪个国家来的 ，OK， 年龄跟他有没有结婚不结婚的 status，OK。Alright, this law limits the lender's access to personal information regarding what? OK， 他也不可以问他结婚还是离婚 ，right？ 有没有收到养小孩的费用 ，right？ 有没有地域 ，OK？ 有没有这个有多少小孩等等 ，OK？ 不可以问这些东西。因为他自愿说出来没问题 ，OK？ 你不可以敲定了这个专门去问的这个问题 ，OK？ Alright, Service Member Civil Relief Act of 2003, OK？ 这个也是帮助我们军人的这个法律 A law passed by Congress to protect persons serving the military and the dependents from loss of real property through foreclosure. OK， 拍卖有点帮助了 ，OK， 但是不是可以免的 ，OK。Okay, that ends our chapter 8, which is a long chapter, okay? It's 74 slides, okay? Very long chapter. So, with that in mind, okay, remember how the bank make money, all in upfront, okay, 5 to 7 years. All of your principal is down here, which is not much, okay? And the bank makes most of the money up front, okay? So if you say this is like a 4.5%, okay, you're putting it mildly, okay? Because you know, you you figure out, most of it is interest being paid to the bank in a short amount of time. Okay. Uh, if you figure out 4.5%, you know, for a $400,000 loan, right? So 0.045 times 400,000 each year is 18,000. Okay. But everything is up low, up front in here. Okay, in this area. So if you look at that and times, let's say 0.80% of it times the 5 years, right? They make $72,000 right there. Okay, that they make in interest in 5 years. So divided by 400,000 divided by 5, right? Okay. But anyhow, they make all of the interest upfront. That's how they do it. It's called compound interest. Okay. All right. So we meet next week. Next week should be not a holiday. Let me check. Okay. Next week is the August 1st. Okay. August 1st is no holiday. Okay. So we'll be doing chapters 9 and 10. Okay. So I bid goodbye to all of you. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Okay, now it's at the peak of the pandemic season. Last few days, the last week, has been 70,000 tested positive. So, if you do need to go outside, wear your PPE, your mask and gloves, and sanitize before you, after you go back home, sanitize before you do your other stuff. Okay. All right. Stay healthy.